Welcome to SpotLight, the podcast that lifts the curtain on life here at the Grand Theatre, Wolverhampton. I am Tonia Daly-Campbell.
And I'm Scott, and we have Unfortunate, the story of Ursula, the sea witch, coming to us very, very soon.
Yes.
But this episode of the podcast is not about Ursula, is it? It's all about Ariel, who we have with us. It's Medway.
Medway!
Hello.
Oh, this is fabulous. We have River with us.
Yeah. And of course, we're going to delve into Unfortunate in a minute and talk about your role in the show. But this first little bit is just all about you. So,
if you insist, fine.
So let's just talk about you and where this all started for you, because of course, many people will know you from RuPaul's Drag Race, but then there's a story before that. So was life on the stage something that was always on the cards?
Yeah, I mean, some might say there's an untold story.
River's Untold story.
But this is the place.
Yeah, always wanted to do musical theatre my whole life. My life as soon as I had seen my first musical, which was Chitty Chitty Bang Bang at the Palladium when I was like, I don't know, 6 or 7, must have been, because it was on like a work trip for my dad or something, I don't know. And went to see Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I saw it and I went, yeah, I think I need to do that. I think that's the one. And I started doing like youth theatre and all of that. I was far too fruity for the classroom, so I was like, get me on that stage. And then I actually found drag through that, because I just always loved dressing up and playing characters. And drag for me was never like a separate thing. It was just like, oh, when we do this show, I'm going to play that character. It wasn't like a separate thing. There was no River. It was always just different characters that I'd play. And then as I got a bit older, I started to be like, oh, actually, I really enjoy doing drag and creating this sort of persona. And then it was always something that I did on the side. And then went and trained in musical theatre. And then I graduated, and then I kind of went on Drag Race.
Really?
As everyone does.
And now I'm here, so...
Literally?
It's literally... I actually worked at Disneyland Paris for a little bit in between too, so I've sort of done it...
Did you
like,
just...
Yeah.
I love it.
There's really nothing like crazy. It's sort of like, oh yeah, I did that, and then did drag a little bit, and then went on Drag Race, and now I'm here.
So tell us a little bit about, because most people know what drag, but not everyone. So tell us a little bit about what is the drag and the race. What are you dragging and what are you racing?
Do you know what? I always compare it to a drag version of America's Next Top Model.
Yes.
Because that is kind of the blueprint of that sort of competition-style reality TV show. Yeah. That's what it is in its essence. It's a bunch of drag queens who are competing every week. There's the judging panel. There's RuPaul, who's obviously in the drag, right? Like,
it's RuPaul's Drag Race.
It's RuPaul's Drag Race, kind of in the name. And then each week you compete. There's different challenges that you do. Some you do well on, some you do not so good on. You might get sent home.
You did really well, though.
Well, I enjoyed it. It's just drag. Do you know what I mean? That there's so much pressure, especially stuff like drag sometimes these days. And I think British drag is so fun, especially like it's such a different landscape of drag to maybe in international versions of the show and stuff like that. And that's why I like it. And I think being able to do a show like Unfortunate is sort of encapsulating lots of different parts of UK drag, because it's like fun, but there's like a little bit of glamour, but it's also filthy, and it's just like, it's kind of just, you do everything. It's loads of fun, yeah.
It's so different. It feels the UK Drag Race feels like the original American one and the ones around the world. But then again, it is also so different as well. Like, I mean, I could imagine the Americans watching, going, "What the hell's going on?"
Absolutely. Sometimes they don't get it.
Camp old British things that nobody's gonna know outside of these borders. But how was the process for you? So you'd created River. River was there. Yeah. Took River to Drag Race. Do you, when you're on that show, is that where you develop the drag character? What changes? What do you learn? How does it?
I mean, how
was the process for you?
I think I learned a lot, especially because obviously there are people who are at all different stages in their career on the show. There's some people that have been doing drag for 10 years. There's some people that do it 10 months. Do you know what I mean? And for me, as I said, I'd been doing it a long time, but I didn't really have a full character persona because it was always just things I had done like in shows and stuff like that. And then I'd only been working sort of as River for maybe a year. Not to say I've been doing drag for a year, but River had only been, or maybe a couple of years actually. Yeah. And I sort of start to develop, it was more like a separation of when you're sort of in drag, you sort of, it's not that you put something on, but it sort of exposes a part of you that maybe you're not used to being exposed in your everyday. So it's not that it hides anything, it sort of just lets you, it's quite freeing. Yeah. Because it's almost like, oh, whatever I do, you can sort of do it without consequence because it's not you. Even though it is. Yeah. It's really hard. It's like, it's not wearing a mask, but it's almost like, yeah, you can just do what you want. And then you find so many things about yourself. It's like, if you think, if I could go out every day and do anything I wanted without consequence, and obviously not like bad stuff, but like, but you know, if I didn't care what anyone thought of me, you know, that's sort of what drag can do for you, because you don't care, because you're like, well, I'm putting this all on, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, I don't really care. Yeah. So that's what drag can sort of do for you. It's really gorgeous. And now I can bring that into my personal life as well. Like my confidence and self-esteem just as a person, you know, I'm not in drag today or anything like that. I feel the exact same. And for some people, as I said, they like to keep it really, really separate, but you could sort of have to think of it as separate, and then it sort of like come back together for me. And now there's sort of this, you know, when we do this show every day, like nobody really calls me River, everybody calls me by my real name, just because it's all the same.
So are you happy for that?
Yeah, I think so, because it's not a secret, you know. It's almost just like, that's my stage name, as many artists have. Exactly. But obviously everybody knows River. Yeah, she's the one that sells the tickets. So,
but I guess, and that process of being on Drag Race, I guess, prepares you for a career in musical theatre, because I guess when you're on that show, the challenges that you have to, that you're thrown, learn these lines, take this part, do this choreography, and learn it like that. Like, actually, it's not just a bit of fun.
Show. Like, absolutely,
it's serious work.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, it's very similar. Like it made me actually quite resilient. I already was, because where I went to musical theatre college as well, that's like really stressful. Yeah.
Yes.
And then I went to Drag Race, I was like, that's really stressful.
Yeah.
And then I started working in musical theatre, and that's really stressful. But it's okay, because the outcome is so rewarding. It makes it so worth it. You know, I think every single job in the world is stressful. Yeah. I think let's call a spade a spade. Of course. But if you have a job that you don't care about, it won't do anything for you. Yeah. But if you have a job that you care about, no matter how stressful it is, you know, when you come out on stage every night and then you get that cheer and whatever, it's like, oh, it's fine. That's actually all worth it. Yeah.
And you mentioned that you worked at Disneyland Paris for some time as well. So this job to me seems to be the culmination of all of your work.
It's quite poetic.
I was about to say, that is it. Your life is very poetic, and and it's just kind of like you've taken yourself on that journey, and it's because you've just been who you know. It seems like you're having a lot of fun along the way. Yeah.
Do you know what?
Tell us.
Do you know what it is? Not to be too deep, but like, life's so short. Yeah. Like it really,
be deep.
Really,
we're under the sea, is. Be as deep as you want.
Sea.
Deep, dark sea. Sorry, I went that way. Come on, carry on.
But yeah, it's just like, look, if I can put a roof over my head doing a job like this, like, there's much worse things in the world right now. You know, I get hit by a bus tomorrow. Do you know, like, truly, it's like, just have fun, and that's all I do. And I've always, you know, sometimes I get really stressed out about stuff, and I stress myself out, and then I'm like, oh, actually, this is just because I really care. Yeah. And also, let's just take a minute, breathe, and have fun, because, as I said, there's much worse things I could be doing in my life. There's much worse things going on in the world. Yeah. All I'm doing is putting a wig on every night and singing like filth. So,
as you talk about the wigs, my goodness. As you say about the wig, talk to us about...
Yeah, do you know what, actually? So, I haven't even mentioned this, but wigs are actually my, like, passion.
No, you haven't mentioned it, but so you can talk about that.
And wigs are actually sort of, I always say they're all my gateway drug into drag.
Okay.
So I was actually always obsessed with wigs from when I was very, very young.
Really?
Probably like 3 or 4. Right. I remember we like went on holiday and we all got these like wigs at like a holiday park. I wore that wig for years, like for so long. I actually just posted a picture on Instagram because it's my birthday earlier on in the week.
Oh, happy birthday to you.
It was my birthday the other month.
Oh.
I was in when this would come out. This would be like...
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I was like,
Anyway,
that is
I put
good.
a picture up on my birthday of me in one of these wigs, and I look the same. I look exactly the same. But yeah, I always loved wigs. And then when I used to do youth theatre, I always be like, she needs to wear a wig. She needs to wear a wig for that. I'm going to sort one out for us all the time.
Oh.
And then, so my wigs were better before I was even doing drag or anything like that. And then I used to style wigs for all like the local youth theatres and stuff like that. So then when I started doing drag, I had like the most gorgeous wigs. Because usually when people start drag, they're a bit haggard.
Ratty wig,
Yeah.
I had the wigs. I had the wigs ready.
This wig.
I actually hand knotted the front for the wig in this show. Myself, because I was like, do you know what? I really want to do this. I actually really, really enjoy doing it. So I was like, I'm gonna hand knot the wig for this show.
So explain what you mean by hand knotting.
Yeah. I did the lace front on this wig because I was like, I'm gonna do this.
Wow.
And how long does that take? How time consuming and how intricate?
Well, I mean, I didn't do a full look. I could talk about this.
I could see
so
your
long.
Listen, as soon as you said wigs, River's like, did you know something about me? I'm the wig person. I am the wig person.
I don't know how long it takes. Quite a few hours. I mean, to do like a full wig, you're talking like 30 to 40 hours.
Wow.
But I didn't do that for this one. I just did the lace front on the wig for this show. I really wanted
the
it.
Wig. The wig is just powerful and red.
Our wiggy on this show, Nicola, is fantastic.
Yeah.
And the way she looks after our wigs and styles them every night is absolutely gorgeous. And I remember when I bought this wig in, she was like, are you sure you're happy with me styling it every day? And I was like, yeah, like it's absolutely fine. It's all there. Yeah. And all I've got to do is get ready and then I can just focus on the performance.
Yeah.
Because I love all the other stuff, but like having to get the costumes and having to do this. And I know I just said I literally did the wig myself for the show, but that's because I wanted to. But that was also because I wanted to. That wasn't a necessity at all. That was really, everyone was like, you don't need to. And I was like, oh, I think it was just like for fun. Like extra work.
Love it.
But yeah, it's nice. We have such a great team. And Abby, who was our set and costume designer, who designed everything.
Yes, we've
everything
heard
that
about
you see,
Abby.
the puppets, the set, the costumes, everything.
I think they're all
in there. It's my favourite thing, seeing costume designs for everything as well. Yeah.
Where are they? Let's have a look. Let's show the people. Here they are. Yeah. Let's show the camera this.
And I mean, are you telling me that is not this?
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, that
Hang on.
is.
That's the design.
This was about this big.
Oh, yeah, that's a set model.
Yeah, and we got shown this on the first day of rehearsals, and we went, "Oh, this is legit."
Yeah, this is legit.
And then I remember when we saw this set for the first time, I was like, "That's the set model." I was like, "That is the set model." We used to have this bit that was like a thing, and we don't have that anymore.
We're actually, I was about to say because we're on the set right now.
Yeah.
I can't see that trapdoory thing.
We don't have that.
Can I have a look
anymore.
at that? Let me just look.
I want
to. Oh, sorry. Let me just look.
She's got her own, but she can borrow.
I know, but I just saw it because this one's already open. So why? What's that? Was that just not?
When we were in London, we were in a different kind of theatre.
Yes.
We were in the Southwark Playhouse, which is more of a smaller theatre, and the seats sort of came all the way round to the side, and the stage was so much smaller as well.
Yes.
Like this is so nice to be able to do these gorgeous stages, like full-size theatres, which is really, really nice.
So that's why they had something like...
Yeah, it was slightly different. And now we sort of use this because it was sort of... That was like the cauldron.
Oh.
I don't think it reads in bigger theatres.
In the bigger, no.
Now this is the cauldron.
Oh, it's massive.
This is where like, you know, the contracts come out.
Yeah,
this is where Ariel comes through.
through.
And all that haze that's coming down.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
I love the drama. I love it. And I like all the haze.
Oh,
like, when we
walked in, there was haze and it was like, very atmospheric.
Yeah, it felt like we're under the seat, but it feels like we're
I wanted a smoke machine when I was younger so bad, and I couldn't get one because I said they're so expensive.
And also,
no, honestly, and I had these like lights in my bedroom that would like sometimes I could have like a green light or a red light, and we'd like put on shows, and it'd be like when the villain comes out, put the red light on. Like,
really, you were literally doing your own production.
Yeah,
literally.
and I always forget like. I don't know, I think that's so like normal because it was so normal in my house. Yeah. And then people are like, you used to do that. And I was like, yeah, didn't everyone?
Did everyone?
But apparently not. Apparently people did put on shows for their me and my sister putting on shows every Christmas.
I think we did.
I did. I did, definitely. I did.
We know what you're on about there.
We loved it. The best production we ever put on was a Christmas show me and my sister put on. My sister's the older one, and she was actually like the one in charge all the time. You think it'd be me, but I actually get it all from her.
Yeah.
So she'd be the one in charge, and I'll just do what she said. And we have ceiling fans in our living room, and we ripped up loads of bits of paper and put them all above the fan.
Oh gosh!
And then at the end of the show, we turned the fan on the snow.
Oh my goodness! Like you've got it all.
That's so fun. I never even talk about stuff like that because I just.
But you're talking about it now.
Yeah, good. You're getting the real tea.
We're getting every bit of the tea.
Everything.
Squeezing it all out. Yes. We knew we'd get this. We knew it. So you need to come to the Grand Theatre to see Unfortunate. Thank you.
You do.
Yeah. If you want to get more tea, you know, that's what.
If you want to see that wig.
Yeah. If you want to see that wig.
This is 26 years in the making.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it's every job I have, I'm like, this isn't just. I haven't just rehearsed for a couple of months. This is my whole life. Yeah, leads to every job I do.
And I guess was there like a Disney princess on the cards? Like, is that what did you watch those films as a kid and go, oh, I want to do this?
Actually, another fun story. I was actually obsessed with The Little Mermaid when I was younger.
Of course.
And me and one of my friends used to put on Little Mermaid shows in my bedroom, and we made this cutout of a tail, and we drew on every single scale on this thing, and we used to put that on and do it in my room. And I remember she came around, she got it cut out, and it was this mermaid tail, and we would like do that. And it's so weird. I just forget about stuff like that, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so weird. Like, that's what I was doing, and now like I'm doing this.
But if you knew that, you'd be sat here.
And also, like when I worked at Disneyland Paris, obviously I didn't play a princess, but all of my friends would play princesses. Like all the girls I knew would be the princesses, and I was like, I just put on this big head or something every day, or like do the dancing on the parade, which I loved. But obviously, seeing all the girls like basically getting into drag every day. You know, they had the wig, the makeup, the lashes, the shoes, the dress. Yeah. And every day I'd be like,
and there's you being like a toy soldier or something.
Yes, actually, exactly that. Exactly that.
You love Disney, that's why you love it.
I'll show you a video later. But yeah, it's so funny when I think, even just thinking about it now, like, as I said, like everything in my life
is led to this.
It's weird.
Well, just talking about the journey that's led to this. I mean, the project in itself has had a journey, hasn't it, of its own.
Yeah, you just talk about this set design, but of course this started off as Fringe Theatre.
Oh yeah,
at Edinburgh Fringe, I think, and like a tiny little show.
It was well, they'd actually been doing it. I don't know how many years, but it's been a while. So the company is called Fat Rascal.
Yes,
and they had loads of different sort of parody musicals that they'd be writing. And they were all sort of like, maybe like 4 of them, 5 of them. Yeah. And they'd always do loads of different ones. And then Unfortunate is the one that obviously people just went...
disconnected to.
And it sort of got bigger and bigger throughout the years. Beg your pardon. Sorry. And it got bigger and bigger throughout the years. And then obviously it's just turned into this huge thing, and like I came on board for this. I auditioned for it. I saw it.
I was just about to ask you about that process.
I never saw it before.
Yeah,
but I'd seen it advertised and stuff, and then when I saw it come up, I was like, oh, this has gone like big. Yeah, because you know there's so many amazing shows that are on at Fringe and stuff like that, and then this is one that really got ahead. So I actually auditioned for a different character.
Oh, come on, spill the tea again.
In the show. So I actually auditioned for the Grimsby character, which plays Grimsby and Vanessa, who's obviously Ursula. Yeah. So it was going to be, some of it in drag, some of it wasn't.
Yeah.
So I originally auditioned for that. And then Robin, our director, was like, I got a recall, and then they went, "Oh, can you actually can you come in for Ariel?" So it wasn't written as a drag character. There was nothing like that at all. And they just went, "Yeah, can you come read for Ariel?" And I went, "Yeah, absolutely." Rest is history, I guess. So it's so nice to do a character, because obviously it's very fun, but it is just a female character. It is not necessarily a huge joke that it's a drag queen or anything like that. You sort of, I like to think my performance makes you forget, but it's just a character, and that is what drag has always been for me. It's not necessarily, oh, I'm male when it's funny that I'm dressing up as a woman. It's just like, oh, I'm just playing a character.
Yes.
You see it in so much media and so many films where this sort of stuff happens, and really great.
And your portrayal of Ariel, we watched it last night. Your portrayal of Ariel is so authentic.
Very.
It is authentic because it is a part of who you are and what you've been working towards all this time. And it's great.
Yeah, somebody actually asked me once. They went, "Was Ariel written for you?" And I went, "No, not at all." And they went, "Really?" They were like, "It's so right for you." And I was like, good casting, I guess.
Good casting, good acting.
It's nice to feel like I'm really where I need to be. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you second guess yourself and your career and what you're doing with your life, and is this the right thing? And I really haven't felt this sort of sense of, oh, this is all going right. This is exactly what I need to do. This is what was already written for me. Yeah. As in, not the show, just my life.
Yeah.
And I think everything in life is already written. And here I am.
And here you are on the Grand Theatre Spotlight.
Yeah, baby.
We're going to have to start to wrap up soon, but we have a tradition.
Okay.
It's a bit of a surprise, but it isn't too surprising. Okay. So we ask all of our guests on the spot just to come up with their own podcast jingle.
Because we're a new podcast, we haven't yet got a jingle.
Oh, okay.
We probably never will.
Yeah, we don't want one. We just want all the guests.
We want you to come up with your own jingle.
Your own fun. And you just need to use any the Grand Theatre, Wolverhampton, SpotLight podcast, any of those, of those words, and you come up with your own sound, your own way. River's getting ready. River's on point always ready.
I'm ready, darling.
You're ready. Okay. So whatever you have a few seconds to have a think about it, but whatever you come up with, and then we'll try and join in with whatever you bring to us.
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Yeah, we're ready.
Spotlight. Spotlight. Spotlight, spot, Wolverhampton Grand Theatre Spotlight Podcast.
Oh my! It's like we paid you to spotlight.
Did you like that?
Yes,
we love that.
So give us a part to play in this, in this jingle. Which bit are we going to?
I'm good at that. Spot.
You're going to go spot.
Destiny's Child.
Okay, yeah.
Who's Kelly? Who's Michelle?
Kelly
or
Michelle.
Okay,
yeah.
Kelly.
You're Kelly.
Yeah. I'm gospel.
Yeah.
I'm gospel.
When
yeah.
Jesus says, good song.
Don't get
it's
that's
a great
me.
song. It's a good
that's
song.
my jam. Are you mad? Are you mad? You're playing with my life. Are you?
I love that.
I love it.
And also, I love the music video because you can tell Beyonce is like.
Yeah, Beyonce's she's out
keeping,
of it.
She's keeping it in. She's
still,
like, oh, I don't want to take the spotlight.
Spotlight. Okay, come on, help us out. How are we going to get involved? How do you start it? Because it's so.
I don't remember.
I have to go back when
I just remember my bit. My bit's in the middle of it.
You start anything, and then we'll just join in. We're going to just join in.
So it goes. You just do one.
Yeah. Okay.
Spotlight.
Okay. Yeah.
Spotlight.
Spotlight. Cry me a river.
Spot.
Cry me a river. I wish I could sing. Somebody cast me. Sorry, Scott, spot. River. I don't know what's going on. They're going to have to cut this bit.
No, this is it. We don't need the rest of it. We don't need the rest of the interview.
Last chat.
They're like,
I'm hot.
I've got a show tonight. I'm going to be exhausted.
We were so good in all the rest of it. We were so tame. Right, we'll do one more time and then we will say thank you and goodbye. We'll just do one more. Go on. See how you go.
Spotlight. Wolverhampton Grand Theatre Spotlight Podcast.
Yes. I knew. You listen. You give me that.
You felt it. You felt it.
You give me that buzz.
You felt it.
River. Medway, you are awesome.
Thank you. I'm so glad I came into work today.
You never knew you was going to get a bit of us, did you? You didn't know?
No, I didn't have a clue.
They were like, right, you come in and do this really serious interview.
Someone with their iPhone just filming me. What was that I was like?
And then you come and bam, it's the Grand Theatre Wolverhampton.
Baby.
Big up yourself. Oh, Lord. Listen, you have been amazing. And thank you so much for blessing us with your wonderful presence and your wonderful self. It's been wonderful.
And
thank
you're going to have much more of this. From
Yes.
the 11th to the 14th of July.
Oh, yes.
When Unfortunate comes. And
so exciting.
bring us a wig each.
Yeah,
Oh, my God, absolutely.
Yeah, you know. This is my own hair and it's my locks, but I can put a wig over this easily.
Yeah.
Yes, but it has to be red, darling.
Yes.
Has to be
You
red
can try
or
mine
purple.
on. You can try mine on.
Red or purple.
It's human hair too.
Oh, is it? I don't know how I feel about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've got like a.
You don't like human hair wigs?
I don't wear wigs really. Let's go.
Sorry, we're
Sorry,
so much. Sorry.
We're going to carry this on.
Sorry.
Yes, thank you for coming. I don't know why I'm talking about, but listen, you love wigs. That's fine. I'm just like a natural girl. I just love natural afro.
Me too,
natural hair,
usually.
but I do like the wigs on you. Thank you for coming.
And with that, we'll see you in the next one.
See ya. Bye.